Hello everyone, my name is Marco and welcome to my channel and welcome back to my channel. Regardless, welcome. So I made a video similar to this about 2-3 years ago at this point, and I explained why NFL cheerleaders are not cheerleaders but rather dancers, and explained it from a cheerleader's perspective. And I found this video a few months back, talking about, from another cheerleader as well, talking about how NFL cheerleaders are dancers and how they actually came to be dancers and not cheerleaders. And I will show you that video right now.
NFL cheerleaders are just dancers, and spoiler alert, it's the fault of the Dallas Cowboys. Football and cheerleaders go way back, but did you know that the first organized cheer squad was made entirely of men? It wasn't until 1923 that women were allowed to cheer, and in that same decade, tumbling and acrobatic style stunts were added. What can I say? The girls came and we spiced it up. Finally, in 1954, the Baltimore Colts, now the Indianapolis Colts, were the first NFL team to adopt cheerleaders. As of today, the New York Giants are the only NFL team that has never had a cheerleading squad. The concept of an NFL cheerleader forever changed, however, when a well-known burlesque dancer, probably dressed a little bit scandalous for that day, walked through the stands of a 1967 Dallas game, capturing everybody's attention. The Dallas Cowboys manager, looking for a way to further entertain the crowds during games, took note of this. Rumor has it he first tried to put out models on the field, but they couldn't survive the heat and just weren't entertaining enough. He created a team of dancers selected for their beauty and skill to perform choreographed routines. The Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders were super successful in increasing the team's popularity. Other NFL teams took notice and many followed suit, adopting a more dance style of entertainment.
So, with that being said, now that you saw that, I commented on that video, talking about how I agreed and everything, and that the DCC does not do a very good job of proving me wrong. And it's not just the DCC, but I've watched several different NFL teams, NFL cheer teams, that even admit that they are dance teams and not actual cheer teams, which only proves us correct. Because if you actually see the DCC and whatnot, especially the DCC, making the team kind of thing, if you ever watch their tryouts, they dance. There are no other cheerleading components whatsoever to that. Sure, they shake pom-poms, but I don't even think they do any traditional chants. I think they only dance from what I've seen. I've never seen any actual traditional cheerleading components other than shaking pom-poms. And if anybody can actually prove me wrong and, give me actual evidence that they do chants or stuff like that, I would love to see that. But until I do, they are dancers. That's it. Heck, they have a whole halftime routine that they do that is a dance. A dance. There is no cheerleading to it whatsoever. And I had this whole little debate with this person who replied to my video, right? Talking about how I'm too proud and stuff, coming from the position that I am, and doing my research as well. Like, I didn't even just say this to say it. Like, I have evidence to prove that the DCC even admits that they're dancers and not cheerleaders. I will actually find the clip and put it in for you guys to prove to you that even the coaches admit that they're dancers.
You do, and you're not going to do it that again. This is all about pace, precision, and movement. Most dancers entrances come from backstage and open up, or from stage right and stage left, and we are shooting down over 50 yards to get to their first moment where they actually start dancing. They actually start dancing. I think this is literally the biggest stage a dancer could perform on in the world.
And so eventually, if a rookie candidate can't pick up the field entrance, then she can't make our team.
Sorry guys, I had to let my dog in because she had to use the bathroom. But anyways, so continuing on what I was saying, after I just inserted a clip of you guys seeing the evidence that I had, I continued to debate with this person. I should have just left it alone and be like, yeah, sure, whatever, you're totally correct. But I didn't. Because pride did get the best of me. And we went through this whole conversation about how this person tried to get me to admit that the DCC and other NFL teams are cheerleaders, but we know the truth that they are not. And I'm going to explain how they aren't. So, not only did they admit that, which that's enough that we really need, but let's talk about the cheerleading components that they lack. Yeah, sure, the traditional cheerleading of cheering on a team to victory, which I don't even think they do that. Again, like I said prior to this, just a couple minutes ago, that if anyone can actually find evidence and send it to me on one of my platforms over here, if you can find video evidence and send it to me of them actually doing any chants or cheers that are even remotely close to traditional cheerleading, I might change my mind and be like, all right, okay, they have the traditional components, right? Of shaking pom-poms and cheering on a football team, right? Until then, that's one reason they are not cheerleaders. 2, they have the tryouts of dancing. Now, your girl was a dancer for 5 years. Here's pictures that I was a dancer as well. I did baton twirling for 5 years. And that's not even all 5 years. That's, I don't even remember what years they were. But point is, like, I have nothing against dance. I was a dancer myself and I loved it. Absolutely loved dance. So there's nothing against dance that I have, but to combine two different sports with each other that are similar but completely different at the same time, I know it's very contradictory and makes no sense. But yes, they have some similarities, but they're also completely different things and should be seen as such. Like, we're not saying that dance and gymnastics are the same thing because they're not. There might be some dance choreography inside of gymnastics, or there might be some gymnastic components and some forms of dance, but that doesn't mean they're the same thing, and they should not be looped in the same thing. To try out for gymnastics, you have to have completely different skills than dance. It's the same thing with dance and cheerleading. Yes, there are some dance components in cheerleading, especially in your all-star, where at the end of it, they might do a dance routine, but those dances are sharp and fast and just overall different. And by the way, if I seem like I'm getting tired, I am. One, I have an ear infection in my right ear. And also, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning when I'm filming this because I am so aggravated and this gave me a video to do. And yeah. So, if I yawn, that's why. Because it's 1 o'clock in the morning when I'm filming this, and I wanted to. So, with that being said, like, you don't loop two sports together that, yes, they're similar, but they also have two completely different attributes to them. Two different... Is that the word I'm looking for? No, that's not. Anyways, they're just different. Like, you wouldn't say football and basketball are the same thing. Because they're not. They're completely different. you could say that softball and baseball are similar. Yeah, they have a very similar rule thing. It's a very similar sport to each other, but there's also different rules depending on the sport. Like, hi. Do you want to say hi to everybody? Come on. Come on. Well, come here if we're going to. Thank you. This is Lolly, everybody. If you've never met her, this is my dog. She's so pretty. She's an old lady. She did not like that. Do you want to say hi? You can say hi. Say hi. You just came inside. There's no way you have to go potty again. None. Unless you didn't go. What? Can I help you? Anyways, we're going to just have my dog for a little bit as I continue to rant about how NFL cheerleaders are just dancers. So we talked about how there's no traditional really cheerleading component to it and their tryouts. So that also doesn't make it. Plus on top of the fact that they've admitted that they're a dance team, especially the DCC, how literally 90%, if not 99, I think there's like maybe 1 or 2 NFL teams that actually have cheerleading actually involved. And I don't even know what teams those are. That's if there are any. What are you doing back there? You're moving stuff around that I'm taking mucus Mucinex and stuff. It's Mucus D, it's like the off-brand stuff, because I also have sinus stuff from my ear infection. I actually went to go see the doctor yesterday morning, technically. It's driving me nuts. I literally slept all day today. I'm somewhat tired. And I also have a massage today. I'm so excited for that. I'm getting off track. I am so sorry, guys. You're probably like, this is such a long video and this girl isn't even talking about what she's supposed to be talking about. Anyways, back to the topic at hand. So not only have they admitted that, and that literally almost every single NFL team, cheer team, follows in the same suit as the DCC does, and the DCC has even admitted we're dancers, like you guys saw already. Like, I don't know what else to do. Like, it's not belittling dance teams, it's not belittling cheer teams, but when you try and loop 2 sports together that are different and deserve to be seen as such, like, I have nothing against it, but when you're claiming to be something you're not, and then even say that you're not that thing, that you are in fact a dance team and not a cheer team, I don't know how that's belittling anybody, and I don't know how that's, like, offensive in any way, shape, or form. It's okay to see the differences. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. We can see the differences between many other sports, so why can't we see the differences between cheer and dance? Why can't we? So, not only did they literally admit it, but the only traditional cheer thing that they have is shaking pom-poms. And I know plenty of dance teams that use pom-poms in their routines. Not just NFL cheerleaders, but actual dance teams. Even college dance teams. That are like, yeah, we're dance teams. We're not cheerleading at all. We have We may do a routine or two together. But we're completely different things, and that's okay. We're completely different programs. And that's fine. Like, we can coexist, and that's fine. Okay? So on top of that, okay, so there's no traditional cheerleading involved with it. You have to dance to try out and continue to dance throughout the entire process of even making the team. Plus, you dance at games. Okay? Cool. Great. That's awesome. Do your thing. This is no hate to NFL teams at all, just so we're clear. There's little disrespect whatsoever. There's no disrespect, actually. None. No disrespect. Do your thing. But please stop claiming the title of cheerleaders when you're not doing anything cheerleading related. And the differences between the dance and cheerleading that we do in some choreography for especially like all-star type, and heck, even some college, ours is far sharper and more, it's sharper and not, there's no fluidity there. It's cheer motions that are very, very fast. We may spin around a little bit on the floor, or we may, you know, I don't know. But it's not the same as dance. It's tighter. It's sharper. It's not fluid like dance usually is. And I'm not saying that there aren't any dance routines where you don't have sharp motions, but 99% of the time you're more fluid than you are sharp and tight and crisp. You know what I mean? That's what makes cheer dance different, right? And we also, that's like very little of our routines. It's like the last little bit that we have. And now, like, yes, stunting and tumbling are a huge part, and stunt on its own is its own sport that they've made where it's literally completely different, which I can talk about that in a whole different video, what that is. I've never personally done it, but I've seen videos and I've seen the sport, and it's pretty interesting, actually. So that's a whole different video that I will make on what stunt is, and I might actually make it probably like 5 minutes after this because I'm going to forget if I don't do it. So if you see me wearing the same outfit in the next video, just know I'm probably doing the same thing. Like literally 5 minutes later making another video. I don't know. I needed video ideas, and I got one from like a close friend of mine who's like a cousin now. The only thing is her suggestion was to do vlogs whenever I go somewhere, which I'm not very active in my life because I graduated high school and it's summertime now, and I'm not even starting college until January, so I'm not gonna really have a life. I'm trying to get a job, so maybe I can do one of those videos of like get ready with me to go to work or something. Let me know if you guys would want to see that first and foremost, but give me video ideas, please, because I'm dying to have them. That's why I haven't posted in forever, because I just haven't had any ideas, nor have I really had like anything interesting in my life to do, like to post about. I could have posted about graduation, but by the time that I actually had everything set up and stuff, I was like, that's way too late. Like, it's been like 3 weeks or whatever, and it just wouldn't have made sense. So yeah, but yeah, so I hope that you guys really kind of understood my point of view here, that it's okay to know that cheerleading and dance are completely different things, and that they should be seen as such. And there's no shame in that. And there's nothing against NFL teams that do dance instead of cheer. But please stop claiming the title of cheerleader when the only cheerleading thing you do is shake pom-poms, which doesn't even make it a cheerleading anymore, because pom-poms weren't even at the original cheerleading. Because, like, firstly, you know what, actually, I'm gonna save the history of cheerleading for a completely different video, and that'll make more sense, because clearly people don't know the history of cheerleading like they think they do. And dance has been around for forever, yes, but cheer has only been around since, like, late 1800s, early 1900s. Like, it's been around for not even 200 years. So, like, I think it's been barely 250 years. It hasn't even been 250 years. Like, no, not even 150 years. There we go. Hasn't even been 200 years. I give you 250. 150. Think I'd have to do the math, but which I'm not doing right now. I'll put it on the screen of how many years it's been around. Like, that, of course, dancing's been around since the beginning of time, and it's changed to different types and stuff like that. And can we just agree that dance and cheer are completely different things and deserve to be seen as such? And yes, they can somewhat exist with each other, but they can also be seen as two different things. And that's perfectly fine. Just stop claiming the title that you're not what you're saying you are, and then say that you're not that thing later on. DCC. Nothing against the DCC, nothing against the NFL, nothing against any of that. But at the end of the day, you're a dance team. I did cheer. I also did dance for 5 years. I did sideline cheer for 6 years. I did competitive cheer, Michigan competitive cheer, for 5 years, which Michigan competitive cheer is its own thing, which I can do a video on that as well, what exactly it is and all that stuff. And I made a whole slideshow on it, but I'd have to update the slideshow. Yeah, because that was from, like, my junior year of high school. So it's like 2 years old almost, like going on 2 years old, which is crazy, but yeah. So let me know if you find any more differences between dance and cheer, whether that's modern cheer, traditional cheer. If anyone can find me a video of them actually doing chants at football games, it doesn't matter what NFL team it is, but if you can find me at least one video, and I need actual raw evidence of these cheer teams actually doing a chant, then I will change my mind happily, 100%. But I need evidence first, okay? And we're gonna ignore the fat on my arms because your girl needs to start working out. Okay, please prove me wrong, absolutely. But until then, my opinion stands that NFL cheerleaders are dancers. Cool? Have a great night, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If so, please leave a big thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below other video suggestions, your opinion, stuff like that. I am dying to know. And if you were ever in the NFL cheerleading world or whatever, and you can give me insight, please, absolutely, please do. Because I am dying to have evidence and actually talk with somebody who has been there firsthand. Because every single DCC or NFL cheerleader that I've ever come across even says that they're dancers. So, yeah. I will see you guys in the next video. Please turn on post notifications, subscribe, like, all of that stuff. No pressure. You don't have to if you don't want to. I'm not going to force you. I'm not going to come to your house and, I don't know, whatever. I don't even know where half of you guys are. I don't care to know. I really don't care. But it'd be appreciated if you do. I mean, I can't make money off of you guys anyways yet, so there's a whole process to that. I have to have a certain amount of subscribers first, and I think it's like 1,000, which we're not even close to that, so help your girl out, please. Absolutely. And I will keep making more content, and that's why I don't really have very interesting content, because I can't do anything. But I will try and get actually, when I get a job, I might be able to do more interesting content for you guys because I have more money actually for me to do things. But until then, I'm not doing anything really interesting. So give me some ideas that I can do at home or that are free. You know, doing like things that cost money are not kind of in the books right now. But maybe one day. I don't know. We'll see. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, everybody.